What's going on, everyone? We are back talking that good old Peacemaker on HBO Max. This is season 2. And in this video, we are going to be discussing episodes 6 and 7. But first, episode 6, The Ignorance of Chris. And my goodness, Lamont, this guy was ignorant as hell, especially when we get to episode 7. We're going to talk about it. As the 11th Street Kid fight to bring their missing member home, Flag doubles down on his efforts to hold Peacemaker accountable. Lamont, what did you think about episode 6, man? The ignorance of Chris. Was Chris ignorant or was he ignorant?
Chris is in love. And
Mm,
when you in love, love creates a situation where ignorance becomes bliss. That's what was wrong with Chris. And it got so bad with him, you could start to see a decline in his mental capacity because he felt rejected. And I think everybody on the face of the earth who's ever had any relationships can understand what that kind of disappointment meant. And that's what really happened to Chris.
yeah, you're right, man. You hit the nail on your head. We've all been disappointed before, especially when it does come to relationships, the non-platonic ones, the
Yeah.
platonic ones too. But yeah, his feelings are here. He was like, F this man. I am leaving. I am going to another dimension. And yeah, was ignorant as hell. I kind of want to ask you this though.
Mhm.
Do you like Vigilante?
I love him. He's one of my favorite characters.
Really,
He's
really?
dumb as he's dumb as a box of soap, but I've been on the vigilante bandwagon since last year. I love vigilante.
Yeah, man. He is funny, but my goodness gracious, the way that he talked to his mother was absolutely awful. Like, gosh, she may not be here tomorrow, so be nice to her. I didn't really like him for that. I know they're trying to make a joke about it and be funny and silly, but I was still just like, damn, man, that's your mama, and you doing this in front of company too. Gosh, mom, do you have to be a tick on my dick? Like, wow, my mama would murder me, bring me back to life, murder me again, bring me back to life to say that she told me so twice. I don't know,
And
man. You got any? Go ahead, go ahead.
I didn't like that part either. But did you catch how he lied to his mama and say he got the panty draws of Harcourt? Did you hear
Man,
that?
man, ridiculous.
And
Yeah, no, no,
and
no
and he
chance in hell,
never
buddy.
really and he never really apologized for that part to her because I think that was more about him. He loves Chris too. Chris
Mhm.
is like his best friend, and that seemed more like a flipped repertoire situation where he's saying that to her because most likely for him, he sees her as the thing that could get in between his relationship with Chris because he knows how much Chris loves that woman. So that's kind of what I got from that dialogue of him basically saying that about her when he's always had this other love interest.
Yeah, yeah. I like again, well said. Um, yeah, vigilante is weird. I was gonna make a comment, but I'll wait because I think that actually happened in episode 7. But
Mhm.
my goodness gracious, he got the stash, bro, downstairs in the
Oh,
basement. Millions and millions of dollars worth of cash, worth of drugs, just sitting there collecting dust. I'm pretty sure you got to laugh the same way I did when everybody, Harcourt and Adebayo and Economos start stuffing their pants with them bills, I would be coming through weekly for withdrawals. You know what I'm saying? This dude is not gonna miss this at all, man. You got to be strategic. Can't have too many cash deposits in your bank. Do it at different locations at different random times. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Wow, Lamont, would you be a good Samaritan and keep the money and not turn it in or abuse it, or what would you do if you had that amount of drugs and money, or what would you do if you walked upon it, if you was Harcourt or Economos in that situation? Because I don't know, man, I would have been shopping.
Look, bro, I would have done like they did. I would have been stuffing every orifice on my body with money, every single one. Now, if I am vigilante, I would be taking that money and I would be giving it to people that need it. I would be giving it to people that want to get a home. I'd be giving it to people that want to go to college. I would be doing stuff like that. And of course, I would take some and open up my own cash business because if you open up a cash business, you can wash your money through the cash business. Now, I don't know
Mhm.
how they really do it in real life. This is what I heard on
Right,
TV. You
right,
know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
You know,
Exactly. Yeah.
but and then I heard you can do a little something something with Bitcoin the same way. So I would be doing that
Mhm.
and putting some investments in all them places and making sure I can continue to be a
Yes, I agree. I agree. You may be a little bit more generous than me. I would definitely help some people out. Definitely my immediate family and people that I talk to on a daily and weekly basis. But if I got to scroll through my phone or something, I don't know. We'll just have to see. Probably depends on how much money I have or how
right.
much I did come up on.
How much you think
But
is in there? How like did you
oh
like
man.
just the money? Don't even count the drugs he's got because he's sitting on probably 1 billion in drugs. Just the money,
I was gonna say at least 100 million, at
at
least.
least, at least,
Like
and
you
and
said,
then
you said a billion, maybe. Who knows? Yeah,
and then don't forget he's got the little what was that the Pokemon collection down
yeah,
there? That's worth
yeah,
something.
yeah. He had the beanie bears or the beanie babies
Yeah,
or
the
something like
beanie
that.
babies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. That's a hell of a lot of money or something. I'm gonna ask chat GPT. How much they think how much money is in there, how much money in drugs or whatever. But I did get a laugh though. I said this last time. I like
mhm,
how there's a difficulty on opening, closing, or moving the portal. It's not just like the flip of a switch. There's some consequences, there's some stakes because once it's activated, it sucks in all the energy or matter and blows it back out. The fact
mhm.
that Harcourt got all that cocaine, or all of them got all that cocaine blown on them, and they're walking around high as hell. That was funny to me.
Yeah.
I did get a kick out of that, especially when Hardcore popped up at the police station. And the dog went off. I did not know that was going to happen that way between them. Did you? Or does my question make any sense?
I did not know that. I didn't put those two pieces together. I didn't. And I don't know many office buildings that keep a drug sniffing dog as part of the detail. I mean, maybe this
Mm,
was a special situation, or maybe this is something that they do in Nazi land or on Earth X or something like that. But most businesses in America like that, they don't have a dog sniffer up there to get people, but it made it very interesting for them to do it. But what made it even more interesting was the people at that place behavior, they know Harcourt. They know her. And they still had to be nice, make nice with her, apprehend her. So I enjoyed it. It was a surprise. And I really didn't know what was going to happen next.
got you. What I didn't expect to happen next is Adrian Vigilante, he is so obsessed with going to go find his doppelganger, more than Chris. Like, hey,
Yeah.
well, maybe, he'll know where Chris is. And I guess you kind of have an argument there. But
Mhm.
he ended up finding him, right? Did you notice the comic book reference that they called out when both peacemakers were saying hello to each other and meeting their acquaintance? The Spider-Man, they pointed at each other. "Hey,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
Spider,"
Yeah.
that's obvious. It was so obvious he didn't know what I was talking about. No,
I,
I
I'm
feel
I'm
you.
sitting here like, okay, like you made it sound like they said some words. Now, if you
Right,
would
right.
said what motions they did, I would be like, that's the Spider-Man meme that we've been using since 2016.
I didn't expect that though, Lamont. I thought it was
Oh,
gonna be
really?
a fight shootout immediately between them. Like I was like,
Really?
okay, yeah. As soon as he was putting the key, the unlocking the
Huh.
door, 1, 2, 3, and he was like, "Who
Mhm.
the fuck are you? How did you get in here?" And he was like, "Oh my god!" I thought they were just gonna start boxing, but the fact that they got
Mm.
along and was comparing who has the favorite Pokemon and all that, was surprising me. I didn't think that, but I'm based on your response, I'm seeing you feel different.
I wasn't surprised at all because, like I said, my boy Vigilante, he's a damn goof troop, and there's always the chance that your doppelganger in Universe X might not be goofy, but there's always the chance that he's just like you. And in this case, these two vigilantes was just like each other. Now there was a character behavior that I thought was going to find his doppelganger and they was going to fight. And I'll talk about him when we get to him. I am having some quick technical difficulties with
My
my.
bad, bro. I done said all of that and my
Oh,
mic was muted. Damn it.
oh,
That
oh.
was me, man. Wow. You over here. I'm sorry about that, guys. That's my fault. What I was asking you was,
Mhm.
if you had the opportunity to go live in a parallel earth, a parallel universe, would you take advantage of that, especially if you was in the situation that Chris was in, to where, over here, you had a few loved ones that passed away, but they're alive and well in the alternate universe. Also, maybe a relationship over here with a lady friend didn't work out, but over in the alternate universe, she make you bread and breakfast every day. You
Whew,
got a beer waiting on you every time you come in the
whew,
house. She cooks, she
mm.
clean, whatever your vice is, she got it. Does that favorite move you like every Tuesday. Would you take advantage of it, my guy, if you had the opportunity?
Well, I guess we got to transpose this considering that Chris is in a Nazi version of his place. So I guess if you sending me a Black Lamont, you sending me to a Wakanda, possibly.
Mm. Hmm. Well,
It-
no. What if in this reality, all the black people had all the white people gathered up in camps and jails and cages, and apparently
couldn't
like
do it.
that. You couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it. Couldn't
Good,
do it. I
good.
couldn't do it. I wouldn't even if it's the girl of my dreams. I couldn't do it. I might pop in there literally into the
Well,
universe and into her and then leave.
hold on, Lamont. But also in this new reality, you have all of the money that Vigilante had in his basement, legal. You got everything you want financially, status, looks, power, education, and little L over there is the next Mr. Olympia. And then when
What?
he wins his eighth title, he is shouting you out on stage. Like, it's all because of my daddy, Lamont. You still wouldn't do it?
I'm not doing it, man.
I got
I
you.
I I, I do not want to segregate or subjugate another group of people for my own experience. We're seeing that right here in our own reality and how that just harms society as a whole. So no, I wouldn't do it. I believe that everything you said can still happen in this universe if I'm willing to open my eyes to it, be accepting, be loving. I can still get those things here without going somewhere where I'm having to step on somebody's head in order to make me look taller.
Well, right on, Lamont. I'm so glad to hear you say that. You're a good guy. Yes, yes. Oh, I hit the wrong
Oh
button.
God.
Where we at? I don't know my sound effect buttons. Hold on. There we go. I finally got it right. God, dog. After 11 tries, Lamont is a good person. He's not evil. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to round up all the people that doesn't look like him. That's great, sir. That's great.
Well,
If
I
you if
still might get in trouble, B. Avery, because I'm showing equality. I still might
yeah.
get in trouble in this
Some
day
people
and
don't
age
like
we
that.
living in.
Yeah. Some people
Yeah,
don't like that.
yeah.
It's crazy. But man, the curtain is pulled back in this, man. The vigilantes or the Adrians are like, wait a minute, you're friends with Peacemaker? I hate him, or he's my best friend. And Harcourt is looking around like, wait a minute, I don't well after no, we can come back to that. Harcourt is looking around like, wait a minute, where are the blacks? Where are the browns? Where are the reds? I don't see nobody of color. And Adebayo was just like, you know what? I just want to go take a walk. That should have been
Mhm.
the writing on the wall right there. La la la. La la la. Oh, it's a nigga. What? And she running for her life, bro. What is going on? And Chris sees the Nazi sign, man, the Nazi flag.
Right. Mhm.
Before that happened, did you put it together? Be honest. Did you know what they were? Because I know you know DC and Earth X, etc., more than I do. So did you already see this coming, or no? Was you surprised?
No, now I did notice in that office where Harcourt was working at. I did notice I didn't see nobody of color. I noticed it there, but I didn't think nothing of it. And
Yeah.
the
Okay.
diner when they zoomed out, I saw it there too, but I didn't think that that was something that they was including into the story. So I
Yeah.
noticed that it wasn't no minorities there, but I just thought that it was just par for the course because you know what we've had to deal with in America. I just thought it was par for the course. You know, we get our
Right.
one token sister who's in this thing doing the damn thing, and that was going to be it. So it was a great surprise to me that they related in this manner because they are showing fans of this genre what could happen if we let someone become a dictator for real. And this is not the only show that's doing it, B. Avery. This is obviously a theme of what's going on in the country because other comic book shows that we love, in particularly The Boys and Gen V, are taking up the same exact thing.
I need to catch up on that. I'm in the middle of season two.
Mhm.
But yeah, man, I hear you. I didn't see it coming at all. At the very beginning where they took that photo at the diner, the restaurant, and it started melting their faces. I was like, what is that about? I didn't put it together. But what's also interesting is, of course, I do watch other content creators on YouTube, and in somebody else's live, a lot of people were like, "Hey, did y'all notice that there aren't any black people or people of color, in this alternate Earth?" And the creator of the show clipped that from his live, and he put in the title, "There are no black people in the alternate Earth." And so, a couple of people online, or a handful, actually was able to figure that out and put it together. But I didn't know. I didn't put it together until Adebayo was walking, and that she saw that first white lady driving in a car and mean mugging her. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, oh my God, I think that, this is an evil place, because there are no
Mhm.
places of color. And then we saw the flag, and, the episode ended. So that was crazy, man. Adebayo was running for her life, man, in the middle of the street from people that hate her. That's crazy. And that's reality, man. And that's reality. Final thoughts on that part.
Her running for her life just reminded me of the damn 60s, man. She running, her jugs is flying every which way but loose. She trying to save her life. White people is running into each other because for them to see a nigger, and who knows how long they ain't never seen niggers, to see a rare nigger specimen, oh God, we got to get that thing in jail is what they was thinking. And I you know, I found outside of her running, I also found something that was like sickly funny when Economos got his hand stabbed by the daddy and he started singing like a country mockingbird. What did you think about that?
It's expected. It's sad that he would do something like that, just start snitching.
Mhm.
So I'm not surprised, but that's he's not a field agent, that's just not
Yeah.
his forte. So, I'm disappointed by it, but at the same time, like I'm not necessarily mad either. It's just, oh yeah, he would do that. But at least he came. So, but I
Right.
mean I still like Economos though.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
still
he
do.
all right. He
What
adds
did you
to it.
Yeah, what did you think about Chris's love confession of Harcourt? She dodged him left and right, like, "Hey, bro, you don't belong here. I want you to come back, but I don't know if I want to be with you. I'm a nightmare, Chris, a effing nightmare. But I still love you, Harcourt, and I want to have your babies." What you think about all that, man? And then also, they cleared it up. Chris was sad, man. He thought that she betrayed him.
Yeah.
And he was like, she's like, I would never betray you, man. I was trying to stop the cyborg from blowing your head off. What do you think about their new fan relationship
I thought it was good that they finally got a chance to clear the air with each other. They finally was in a situation where they couldn't escape, so they had to talk about the issues. And Hardcore, it basically, she admitted that she like him, but she is so effed up in the head, she can't tolerate nobody right now. She doesn't understand how to accept love because right now her head, she's such a head case. And Chris said something that is extremely admirable until you get in it. He said, I want to love you and love that too. Now, I'm paraphrasing how he said it, but basically, he said he wants to love her and love all her craziness too. And that comes with a price at times. You better be prepared to pay that price if you're going to do it. But I think we can all relate, B. Avery. Sometimes there's this person you like and they give you mixed signals. They'll have sex with you, and you're thinking, okay, man, we about to, be a serious couple, or we about to go places. And the next thing you know, they acting weird. They backing off. They're not talking to you as much. They're not communicating with you as much. But they'll have sex with you again, but they're not
Panty
communicating and
draws.
doing. Yeah, they give you the panty draws, but nothing else really comes with that. So it can be confusing. And I think Chris is smitten for sure. And I hope that by the end of this season, that maybe they'll go ahead and get them down the road to some therapy and get into a relationship. After she learns, keep in mind, she's in real time seeing that this boy is so in love with her, he willing to leave a whole damn dimension behind to go to a dimension with a hardcore that will hike up that skirt because that's
Yes.
all she wear in that dimension.
So she wears. Could you date a woman that didn't only wear skirts and that didn't ever wear pants?
Yeah, easy access all day. I could do that. I mean,
Panty
all
draws.
day, all
Yes,
day.
yes, easy access. Speaking about portals and rifts, we got the king of them. I guess the wannabe Lex Luthor popped up. We got a
Ooh,
cameo, and what I liked about the cameo is the theme, the score. It was the same in Superman. That's one thing that
yep.
DC does have over Marvel is the music. But what you think about
Mhm.
Lex, man? Flag is over there like, hey, bro, I need your help. I heard you the plug as far as finding portals. I can't take no 265 years off your sentence, but I can make things a little bit easier on you, and so you can redeem yourself. Okay, baby steps. What do you think about Lex popping up?
I enjoyed this. I like it when you can tie in a movie to the TV show and keeping it all in the same universe. It just adds to the intrigue, the mystery, the fun. And seeing him in there lets us all know that they're setting things up for what's going to be happening in these Superman movies. Um, I think that ultimately what they're doing with Lex is setting him up for a cartoon that me and you both love and adore that we've probably seen 50 million, 1100 times. Batman and Superman teaming up when Lex Luthor was the president of the United States. And he was calling all kinds of superheroes to take down Superman and Batman. He went to jail first, gets out, helps Superman with Brainiac, wins the people over because he saves the day. Then he becomes president, and he basically does what our president is doing right now: lie and say he's not going to be doing the 25 project, gets in there, does it, and makes Superman and Batman public enemies number one.
Right on, right on. And it's such a great animated movie. Hey, Lamont, why don't we watch it and review it and recap it sometime? What do you say? Thumbs up, sir?
Oh, two thumbs
Well,
up.
hey, what two thumbs up? There you go.
It's two
Hey,
two thumbs up and my tongue out.
all that, all that. If you want us
Yeah.
to do the DC animated movie or movies, let us know in that comment section. But yeah, man, that is it right there for episode 6 of Ignorance is Chris. When the band-aid is ripped off, the other hardcore comes in there and is like, hey, that is not me. Arrest that woman, which brings us to episode 7, like a
Mm.
Keith in the night. As Flag and Argus close in, the 11th Street Kids attempt to keep the ever increasing dangers of their alternate world around them at bay. And I like this episode too. Maybe a little bit more. They got to it, man. Chris and Harcourt beat the crap out of those guards and escaped. They didn't shoot the other hardcore. And it really didn't matter at this time because I was like, well, you can kill everybody. They all Nazis. They all evil.
Yeah.
So, blow their
Yeah.
brains out. You know what I'm saying? So I like how Harcourt and Chris was able to get out of there so quick and fast. They got on the peace cycle and bounced. They dipped. You know, what you think about
Right.
that intro, sir?
I like the intro, but I didn't like the way they got out of the building because I mean, technically, the cops could have still shot him.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you holding her and you hitting the little thing on your chest to get your little propeller to go, but they still could have shot you up. What was the cops doing? I mean, was these the Walmart cops? You could have still shot them, dude. You could have shot them, but they didn't. And I'll go with the story. I like the way it started. I wanted to have seen that universe's Harcourt do something more than what she did, but for the way this overall episode went, B. Avery, I enjoyed it. My favorite episode of all of them so far.
Yeah, man. The end of this is much better than the way it started. I was the big fan with Flurry acting weird, just randomly. It just didn't fit the tone. Also, all
Mhm.
the sex jokes and crude jokes and orgies. And I didn't. I just didn't like where the story was going, what the supporting characters were not doing. But I'm enjoying myself now. Also enjoying how Adebayo was running for her life, bro. She was able to hop that fence pretty quick.
No
I was,
way. No,
I,
no, no, B.
this
Avery.
makes
She's
sense.
got two sacks on the front of her body that gravity would not let get over that fence that quick.
They,
Stop it.
they did some
Stop
clever
it.
editing.
Yeah, that was some
They did.
very clever editing. God.
Yeah, I was like, okay, Adebayo. I was wondering when they walked. I was like, how's she gonna get over this? But she did. So I'm not gonna hate on her, man. We can't. I ain't gonna judge a sister a book by its cover. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So,
I
um,
love her to death. I think she looks in this show. They got her looking real good. Everything's working for her in this show.
mhm.
But just getting over that fence, stop it. I mean, they should have played the music from the Bionic Man. Do, 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 do,
You stupid
do.
as hell. Guys, let us know in the comment section. Was that believable? Do you really think she was able to get over the fence on her own like that? Or was it clever editing? I also got to push back though, what you just said as far as them being having to shoot Peacemaker and Chris and Harcourt. I think are you talking about when they was outside on a bike and they was
No,
driving
no. When
away?
they was in the building, he grabs her like he's hugging her, hits the thing on his chest, goes through that
I
glass, but bumps into the wall.
I think there was a stretch, yes, that they was able to make it through, but I'm fine with them not being able to shoot them right there. That's just me because he just kind of took off, and they didn't want to just kill him instantly because they don't know who they are. I mean, to them, that's Chris Peacemaker, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. Because they just came from upstairs, so it wasn't just like on the radio of like, okay, these are terrorists or something like that. But I
Mhm.
don't know.
Well,
Uh,
then why? If that's the case, B, why draw your gun?
I mean, they gotta have pissing contests, you know. But I don't
Well,
know. I mean,
if
if
you're
you if
gonna pull it out, you got to piss. They
everybody
pulled it
don't
out. They didn't
everybody
piss.
don't everybody don't think like us though. You know what I'm saying? You got some weirdos out there that'll just pull it out for the hell of it and pull it out in front of the wrong people. They just weird like that. Unfortunately. What you think about Economos being tied up and trying to retract the statement and the patience that we seen from the father, from Peacemaker's father?
Hmm. I just, I just think Economos was just a baby, titty baby. And I was actually happy when Eagly did not help his ass out. I was sitting there saying, I said,
Wow.
Eagly, don't help him. Don't help him. He's the whole reason they end this mess in the first place. Do not help him, Eagly. Don't help him until the rest of the team is secure. And you saw what happened in the end. Nobody still really and truly didn't help him until they were at the front door of the portal. So that him and the dad didn't do anything for me. What
All
did
right.
something for me was Eagly denying him freedom.
You're funny. I forgot to mention this, bro. When they was at the police station, they had the Mein Kampf Hitler books all around. They had a giant Hitler mural on the wall. How did Chris miss all that, bro? Well, I mean, goodness gracious, ignorance is bliss, but geez Louise, man, how did he miss that?
Look, man, when you that deep in some panty draws, as my grandma used to say, they got your nose wide open, you'll miss a whole lot of stuff. I have known dudes who met a girl panty draws so good they will drive from North Carolina to fucking Texas to get the
Mm,
draws. Okay, so when you is that whipped,
that's
you
crazy.
do seem to lose all senses, all control, all the blood done rush from the area of this head to another head. So I could see him missing it.
Crossing multiple state lines
Hmm.
for some draws is I guess just some people want it more than others,
Right.
hey, I'm not
Yeah.
perfect myself, you know.
Man, none of us are.
Right,
We've
right,
all
right.
done something stupid.
Right,
Every
I
one
ain't
of
gonna
us.
I've been thirsty before, but we have all learned, 20s was a
Hmm.
thing. 20s was a thing. Now, your boy, what's his name? Green Dragon, the little green guy.
Oh my God. He was my
Gra-
MVP of this episode until
Man,
the very end. Judo master.
Judo Master. Goodness gracious, I'm tripping.
I
Man,
call him
he saved the
Cheeto
day.
master. Yeah.
Cheeto, I like that too. Judo Master, the Cheeto flavor. He came through with the electricity powers, man. I know that was cables in the pool. I was so happy because it was all evil. So I'm like, yes, kill him, burn him, blow him up.
Hmm.
But I was like, y'all the dumb as hell. All of them followed her into the pool instead of running around. That was a bit. I had fun with it because I'm like, yes, Nazis are being destroyed, but I was like, they're stupid zombies. You know what I'm saying? Where you at on that, bro?
I was saying, I was like, why the hell is y'all jumping in the water? Just run around the fucking pool. Y'all running in
Yeah,
the water like the Walking Dead. Come
everybody, even
on,
her.
man.
Yeah, that was crazy. I
And I
don't know.
loved when she got to the corner, a person who she's fried herself in season one
Yes, yes.
was there to help her because he knows in his mind he's a minority too.
Hmm.
And end of the day, that little dude packs a big punch. I
Yeah.
enjoyed every minute of him electrocuting all them.
Right
Every
on.
minute.
Yes, electrocute the evil racist Nazis all day, every day. What did you think about the tech from Chris's brother and the father? The cops had a surround. Also, before that, man, Chris and Harcourt was having a little love tender moment on the motorcycle. Just
Yeah.
she got his head on his back, like, yes, big strong lats, and I can wrap my hand around his pecs, and he's in bliss driving. Yeah, I got my baby. I got the peace cycle. It all comes to an abrupt when the police surround them, but his family comes in, blowing everybody up, saving the day. Crazy, crazy. I'm surprised that Nazis were killing Nazis, or was it Nazis killing Nazis? What are your thoughts there, sir?
When it comes to them on the motorcycle, and she laid her head on his back, and they had the classic wind blowing her hair. She had his hand wrapped in her hand. I thought the damn motorcycle was gonna flip over because I know his Woody was going crazy. I thought it was
This
gonna
trip.
flip the motorcycle over.
Wow.
Then the police pop up, right? The police the, the police pop up, and I'm thinking to myself, we already know the daddy and the brother's coming. We know that. And daddy and brother shoot up the cops. And while they're shooting up the cops' behavior, the only thing I could think about is how ugly them damn suits is. They look
Mm,
like retired Power Ranger suits to me.
yeah.
I have a hard time looking beyond them suits, but it did make me think, are daddy and brother really Nazis? Because Nazi dudes do not like to kill Nazi dudes who's on their level. They all love authority. They all love being told what to do. They all love people who are loyal and support authority. And that's what cops are. So that was kind of when I started thinking, maybe we're going to find out one of these is not a Nazi. And we could eliminate the brother because he was out there chasing Adebayo. And so the one who made the brother say, we're not going to kill Chris was the dad. So I got to thinking, maybe the daddy's not a racist, truly.
Yeah. So the peacemaker that belongs to this world, he's dead and gone. But he was, I don't want to say evil, short tempered, erratic, not patient, impulsive. We got that report from the dad. Like you said, we can get rid of the brother because
Yeah.
he was blowing the horn, chasing Adebayo. So he's evil. But I was really surprised, man, with the level of patience that we got from the dad. I'm like, wait a minute, y'all are gonna. He understand. Okay, y'all are gonna get back in the portal and never come back again. I'm like, wow, I did not expect this. You just found out this man murdered your son. This is crazy. I did not see that coming, especially with the way he had treated Economos. He stabbed him in the hand. He tied him up. However, I mean, he is breaking into your home. So, I mean, you have every right to do that. That doesn't make you evil. You're defending yourself and you want answers. But yeah, man, we can kind of stay on that. But are you convinced that the father was not a racist, a Nazi?
Well, anytime you stand by and let's just say anytime you're in a situation where you have racists, you might not be actively being a racist. You might not be calling black folks the N word. You might not be beating them. You might not think that you're better than them. But if you don't shut down the people that are the racists, you're associating with them. And
Hmm.
we hear that here. We hear people all the time say, I'm not a racist, but you turn around and you go vote for the racist candidate. Okay, what are you saying? You're not a racist, but you're supporting the person that has the power
To
to
make right,
oversee.
yeah,
Yes, to oversee and control other people by their racism. So by association, you're supporting racism by not detaching from them.
and
And so
ignorance is not an excuse either.
no, it's not, because the law says ignorance is no excuse. If you just start driving a car and your school didn't teach you that that red light says you're supposed to stop, you think that the cop is not going to give you a ticket because you don't know that?
Yeah,
No, he's giving you a ticket. Same thing that goes with racism. Even though you might not be racist, if you don't shut down racism, if you don't say, I stand against this because I want everybody to have a fair shot at life, you're associating with racism, period.
hmm,
And this dad made a great speech of how he's picking his battles. But the ultimate battle that you should be picking is joining that universe's vigilante and fighting the racists. That's what you should be doing, and not getting along just to get along. And that's what a lot of people do, be Avery.
yeah. And back what you said about ignorance of the law, I remember a traffic ticket I got in college. I think, matter of fact, it was on my birthday too. I remember I got a traffic ticket on my birthday. I should have ran away because I think it was something about a traffic light or a red light. I think I had made I was trying to make a left turn on a red, and you can
Mhm.
do that if you're going from a one way to a one way. But I was going from a two-way to a one-way, and I didn't know. And I was like, I thought you could go, and it was like, no, ignorance of the law, that's no excuse. And so that was when I learned that lesson. Like, oh, okay. And I mean, it makes sense. You can't just be like, well, I didn't know I couldn't murder somebody,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's not an excuse, but I was like, I don't know about the father, but it didn't matter because after he told the cops to go away and y'all need a warrant, vigilante comes through and just stabs him in the neck. I knew he was about to die. I was like,
I
he's
knew
about to
it too.
die. I was like, the house finna blow up, a bullet is finna come through the window, but it was vigilante. I mean, I was like, ain't no way they finna keep him alive after this wonderful angelic speech of, oh, I love
No.
everybody. MLK is my leader, my hero. And he died. I'm just like, oh man. What you think about that, man? Did you see it coming or was you surprised?
I just know that when vigilante is not a clean superhero behavior. Whenever he comes, it's gonna be some damn chaos.
Yeah,
And now you got two of them
yeah.
together. Oh Lord, I knew somebody was gonna get sliced up, if not die. I didn't know if somebody gonna get sliced the fuck up, behavior.
Yeah,
It was gonna happen, man. And that scene in that house, talk about chaos.
yeah.
It was great entertainment in that house, from vigilante protecting them to get in the portal, to vigilante shooting up everybody, to the other vigilante going back to help get Economos and drag his ass to the
Man, that was
portal.
funny. That was funny.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was, and then you had the other vigilante watching day six. Man, I enjoyed that part, man. That was good. And then Eagly got into the fight. So,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
you got
I
everything you wanted in that one.
Yeah, I enjoyed that, man, and I feel bad for Chris too because the daddy was dead, and they was finna just destroy the brother and just stab him up too, and he was like, "Stop! What are we doing?" And I felt him, even though he was evil. He didn't. Chris didn't see him chasing Adebayo like that. I mean, this is like the only example I can really see of trying to defend a racist coming from Chris's point of view, not mine. I'm
Mhm.
still like F him. But Chris, I mean, he's seeing his brother that died. When he was a child, he didn't know he's finna get destroyed right here. You just killed his dad, and after this, that was a dope ass scene to me, man. Right there, I felt Chris right there. That great acting and everything. Do you? He was yelling, "What's wrong with us?" And everybody stopped and paused and thought about their actions. Do you agree with Chris and everybody stopping, or not? They should have stomped his head in some more.
Oh, they should have finished his ass. I mean, the what you're saying about Chris is the exact reason we still have races in the country we live in right now, because people get in their silos with their families or their community, which could be their church, their baseball team, whatever, and those people become their family, and then they band together for whatever the reason, and disavow racism, ignore it, or say, since it's not happening to me and mine, I don't want to have nothing to do with it. And then if they do have someone in their family that's racist, they don't want people to attack that person because he is racist, even though they might not be racist, because that person is their family. And that's what leads to the snowball of more and more people allowing the country to grow racist, when you have people who outside the home pierce the bubble of the community and sprinkle this stuff into people's head, and then they go home and start telling the people that really want racists that this is our family, we got to take care of our own, we are the best people, and that all feeds into the system that we see today. So no, I have no sympathy for them. They should have went. Where is the sword that Cheeto Master be had? Where's his damn sword at, man? Like, that head should have been off quick. And so no, get in there and get his ass up out of there. And I
Hilarious.
loved every minute when Harcourt was about to put that bullet in his head, take him
Yeah.
out of his misery, because that was when she basically said, "I love Chris."
Yeah,
That's what she was
yeah.
doing.
I like that too. I was like, ooh, I thought he was. I didn't think he was conscious. I thought she was just kind of trying to like do a double tap to make sure. But when he started moving his body, and she was like, "Yeah, I can't. I gotta do it." Can't let you coming after him. I was like, I agree. And you are evil too.
Yeah.
But the cops bust through, man, and she dipped. She did a little cartwheel, and Vigilante did a little cartwheel and closed the door. And so he probably gonna be coming back in season 3 or the season finale. So it's
Wait a
it's
minute,
interesting.
you don't think they shot him up because when they all left, it was just that vigilante against everybody else?
No, he survived. The brother survived.
Yeah, the brother survived. I'm talking about vigilante.
Good point. I don't know. He probably is dead. Yeah. I don't know how he could have got out of there. So
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, but they make it back. The portal is taken away, and they was able to find it because Lex did not pop up this episode, but his homeboy did. His homeboy did, and was like, "Hey, why do I need to do this for you? Because I said so." Okay, it's right over here. I like that he was able to pop up. Like that cameo people from the movies. I think that's kind of fun. So keep doing that, whether they're a big character or a small character. And then Judo Master goes back to the dark side at the end. That was kind of whack, but you know, yeah,
Bro, he done bonded with Adebayo. He
yeah.
done let bygones be bygones with her. She done taught him about how sweet Chris is. He done allowed this person that tried to shock him to death sit down with him, fed the girl, and they played Scramble together. When you play Scramble with somebody, you actually care about them, because
Hmm.
everybody don't pull out Scramble and had to use their
Squabble.
brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, for everybody. So
Hmm.
I was like, come on, and I'm hoping that he's going to double cross Rick Senior and Argos and wind up being with the 11th Street crew.
11th Street Crew. Did you see the post credit scene?
I did.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't jack off on your keyboard, guys. Go in the bathroom and use your tissues and baby wipes and stuff like that. There's no reason to
Yeah,
destroy the equipment. It's
no
expensive.
reason.
But
Mhm.
guys, that is going to wrap it up for our Peacemaker season 2, episode 7 and 6. Ignorance is Chris and like a Keith in the night. We will be here same time, same place for the season finale, episode 8, titled 2.8. No, we don't know what the title of the episode is. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you're watching this on my channel, please subscribe to Lamont's channel. And if you're watching this on Lamont's channel, please subscribe to my channel. Before we head out of here, Lamont, do you have any final thoughts, sir?
I'm ready for the finale, ladies and gentlemen. It's guaranteed to have some more cameos, and I can't wait to come talk about it.
Neither can I. But until then, guys, again, we want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, or before we go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery. That's Lamont, and that's just our opinion. Peace out, and we'll see you next time.